Ultionus is a spectacular shoot-'em-up game in which the hero Serena seeks revenge on Chad Galactic, the Space Prince. The game is divided into 7 levels, each with its own set of distinct and hard surroundings that need quick reflexes and smart thinking to complete. Serena has additional powers and power-ups as she continues, allowing her to tailor her gameplay and approach problems in novel ways. The voyage is about more than simply retribution. It's also about self-discovery and empowerment. The game combines comedy, emotion, and cosmic chaos to create an action-packed experience. Monster Outbreak is a top-down survival game in which Yulia, the lone surviving member of the Royal Guard, must battle merciless creatures released by the chaotic dimensional orb. Yulia must equip herself, reinforce her fortifications, lay traps, prepare a potential final supper, and battle to survive using a vast armory of weapons such as swords, axes, and sophisticated bows. Players can take on the adventure alone or with other survivors in multiplayer. Yulia manages enemy waves using a range of weaponry, including swords, axes, and sophisticated bows. Wizardry proving grounds of the Mad Overlord, the first party-based RPG video game. Players embark on a deluxe dungeon adventure headed by the insane Overlord Trevor to recover an amulet from the evil wizard Wordna. The game includes simple challenges, enhanced party management, travel, spellcasting, and fighting. Wizardry proving grounds of the Mad Overlord is an excellent starting point for anyone unfamiliar with the classic Wizardry series, thanks to beautiful new visuals, music, and a revised interface. Jester and Sock go on an exciting voyage to the kingdom, bringing their impromptu acts to life on stage. Their objective is to steal the royal diamond, but they must first organize an improv theatrical play to outperform their competition. Faces their single ticket to the royal theatrical spectacle held within the royal palace. They traverse the land, meeting eccentric personalities, doing impromptu shows, and singing their hearts out. They find the joy and release of the arts, but must decide whether to give up their naughty ways.
About to discover, they've devised a mischievous scheme.
Spirit of the Island is an exciting adventure set on an isolated island in a tropical archipelago. As you go on a voyage of self-discovery, you must bring fresh life to the island and revitalize it for visitors. The game has 10 different talents, including farming, mining, foraging, socializing, and fishing. You must develop the island into a booming tourist destination with lovely stores and attractions. The game also has a twi-player cooperative mode, which allows players to work together on activities such as developing a farm, producing crops, and preparing tasty meals. Strikeforce Kitty is a playful platformer with feline characters. Players must command a squad of 4 kitties to save a princess. They are taught to be fighters and outfitted with over 350 outfits to gain remarkable abilities. The game consists on collecting clothing from foxes, exploring various landscapes, and discovering hidden mysteries. Each outfit pays tribute to popular culture while increasing the kitties' power and skills. The game has charming cat characters, exciting gameplay, different outfits, RPG aspects, and appealing graphics, music, and animations that provide hours of fun. Krog, a primitive monster, dwells in a perilous realm where he must collect 12 legendary items to prevent a catastrophic outcome. The game is a linear trip through 10 stages that combines nostalgia with modern design. Players battle 10 monsters in thrilling arcade-style action reminiscent of the golden age of 16-bit gaming. As they continue, they must improve their acrobatic abilities to overcome obstacles and foes. Hidden routes lead to hidden treasures, which enable upgrades and passive powers. The compelling melody and stunning pixel art will keep gamers engaged. Touken Ranbu Warriors is a 3D game with beautiful visuals and exciting action. The game follows 15 Touken Danshi characters from a floating Hanmaru base in a Sengoku-era historical tale. The game has a unique epic narrative, with characters interacting with one another, and mini-games such as pose matching and tag. A photo mode also lets players to snap photos of the Touken Danshi and post them on social media. An easy mode is available for those who are less experienced with action games. The plot focuses around the Touken Danshi, who were formerly masterless and aimlessly wandering.
Work harder, kill harder.
Legend of Keepers is a dungeon management and roguelike game. The Dungeons Company hires players as dungeon masters to guard their riches. The game includes both management and dungeon stages, with each run providing a unique benefit. Players must defend against adventurers by laying traps and defeating them with the greatest traps and beasts. The game is a dungeon crawler in reverse, with heroes navigating around the dungeon and setting traps. A turn-based combat happens when a party of adventurers faces a group of monsters. The mythological land of Oaken is encircled by branches of the great oak and inhabited by ghosts that listen to the oak song. The loss of this voice sets in motion a chain of events that will either heal or kill the great oak. A roguelike hero-oriented campaign with deck management, a mystical world with Celtic and tribal vibes, a randomly generated world map with numerous levels, bosses and events, unique tactical battles on a hexagonal grid, and easy-to-learn, challenging modes suitable for any player are all included in the game. Fate takes place in Edo, Japan, in the mid-17th century, where the waxing moon ritual starts. The waxing moon, a wish-granting phenomenon, is contested by 7 pairs of strong, ancient heroic spirits, masters and servants. Miyamoto Iorai, a superb swordsman, and his mysterious servant Saber navigate the Holy Grail War and its bloodshed. The action RPG experience takes players through Edo's lively cities, where they will meet a variety of people and complete hard objectives. To win the lethal trials, master and servant battle as one, employing link strikes and affinity techniques.
Your job is to cooperate.
Bonkies is a fun party game in which players create odd structures on faraway planets using banana-fueled jetpacks and robo-arms. They must operate in odd locales and employ bizarre blocks such as magnets, rockets, and nuclear fusion. The game may be played with friends or alone, with up to 4 players collaborating. The game includes a variety of components, such as rocket blocks and nuclear fusion cubes. Monkeys, dogs, cats, and even unicorns are available to players. Bananas are the space food of the future, and obtaining them by beating time scores unlocks new pals.
Oh, I didn't know it could do that.
Darkwood is a survival horror game in which players must create weapons, set traps, and construct hideouts to navigate the Soviet bloc's gloomy woodlands. The game's terrifying powers contaminate the woods, resulting in a tense atmosphere in which players must wait for the light to dawn. Players must unearth the locals' secrets in order to flee the contaminated area before it eats them. Darkwood offers an atmospheric horror experience, a day and night cycle, dynamic maps and events, crafting mechanics, building up character using skills and perks, a hands-off approach, and an unfolding storyline. Within a tower, a strange necromancer performs a ritual. A white feline is in the tower, leading an enigmatic army. Players combine numerous bodily parts to establish a strong army, increasing their chances of survival. They engage in epic fights with competing necromancers, employing strategic abilities to outsmart their opponents. As they develop, they get access to additional spells, skills, and upgrades, ultimately becoming the realm's most powerful necromancer. They roam the realm, unearthing ancient items to bolster their forces. Alex Kidd is back in Miracle World with new HD visuals, gameplay upgrades, and animations. Players may revisit all of the levels from the original game, as well as additional ones that add to the mythology and tale of Alex Kidd. Boss Rush Mode challenges players to epic rock, paper, scissors fights. Retro mode lets gamers choose between upgraded visuals and the original art style. The game recreates Alex Kidd in breathtaking detail, with tighter controls, a nostalgic feel, and additional levels that expand on the original game's narrative. A storm causes a shipwreck on an exotic island teeming with frogs. To gather resources to repair their boat, the player must travel a network of transactions. They meet nice people, solve riddles, and find hidden treasures. The island sandbox lets players explore at their leisure, forging their own path and assisting people. They study frogs and put their knowledge to the test. Players must exchange commodities, solve riddles, and avoid becoming distracted by island life in order to repair their boat.